Well, we have started work on the big white oak that we had taken down with the backhoe. And what a mess. That is a lot of wood. It's a big tree. And we worked yesterday knocking it down. And I've got my brother-in-law here. He's been hauling off brush. So a lot of the brush is gone, so you can actually see what's going on. My gosh, this is a big thing. Anyway, so that's not what this video is about. We'll come back and look at this in another one. What we're going to look at this morning is oak tatters. And oak tatters is a, there's one. Oak tatters, let's tell you what, let's go back over here to another tree. There's a tree with tattered leaves right here in front of me. There we go. That way I don't have to zoom. I don't have my reading glasses on, it's hard to do. See how these leaves are laced? And people see this, and let me see, here's a good one. People see this and they call you and say something's eating my tree. See, there's a good one. And nothing ate this tree. That is a result of herbicide drift. And you see it in the springtime. Some years are worse than others. Kind of depends on the weather. Humidity, rain, and temperature, they all seem to affect it. If you have a lot of rain and they're forced to get out and put chemicals on their field when it's a little bit too windy, well, then you're going to get it. And the interesting thing about this is a couple of interesting things. You see the leaves out here on the end are fine. Leaves back here did this. This happens in the spring when the leaves are very small, just emerging. So you'll get a set of leaves that are tattered like this. And then the leaves that come out a little bit later, a few days later, they're fine. So it's not going systemic and doing a lot of damage to the tree, but it does screw up its ability to produce energy with chlorophyll. Anyway, this happened back in the 80s. We started noticing this, and a researcher up at the University of Illinois tried a bunch of different stuff on trees in their greenhouse up there, and I forget what, I can't remember, his long complicated name. He picked out a herbicide he said was causing it. It was a corn herbicide. And I never did hear any more about it after that, except we'd keep seeing it every year. Well, the interesting thing is swamp chestnut oak here. When you see a fork, I got to cut off a fork there this fall. I've got a fork up there. This swamp chestnut oak was not hit by a corn herbicide. It was hit by a herbicide put on a bean field, because 200 yards south of here, there is a bean field that was sprayed when this tree was coming out, and that is the field that got it. So I don't know what the herbicide is. In the 80s, they said it was a corn herbicide, or a herbicide used when they were preparing a cornfield, and this was done by herbicide put on a bean field. Anyway, that's one of the things you need to know if you live in a rural area. And oak tatters is ugly, makes you worry, you think something's killing your tree, but the leaves that come out later are fine. So if you get oak tatters, just kind of be aggravated that you got herbicide drift, but the tree is going to make it. And our other trees, black oak and ash and hickory, they don't seem to be affected by it. It seems to hit the white oaks. So if anybody knows the name of that, I'd love to know it. Of course, there's a commercial name, and then there's the chemical name. I don't have a clue anymore. The university guy quit coming down and giving us our annual lecture a long time ago. And I haven't had an update on this in a long time. But oak tatters, not a bug. That is herbicide drift that caused that. And thank you for visiting. And we'll get back over. We may shoot another video over here on that big white oak. I got a little bit to talk about there. So catch you later. Thank you for coming.